Alright, so next up is a movie called Fever Lake, starring Corey Haim and Mario Lopez and some other people. And I'm kind of cheating on this one. So I've seen this now, counting this time, approximately 5 times, I think. And so, like I said, I was gonna pick movies I haven't seen before, but I felt like I needed to review this because this movie is so confusing to me. I've seen it now 5 times. I still have no idea what happens. I'm serious. I have no idea. There's stuff that's planned in here, but it feels all mangled and kabobbled together. Just the story is that it's sort of like Shining on a Lake. The Shining on a Lake. You start off several years earlier with woman running from someone, her husband, who is crazed and incensed and going after her, murders her, and then finds their son hiding in a little attic thing, and he says, guy looks a lot like Josh Brolin, but it's not. He looks up and he says, "We got the curse in us, boy." And he looks at him, his eyes turn green, and the kid's eyes turn green. We cut to several years later, and now we got a college-age, 25-year-old Corey Haim. They're in college, and they're going on a camping trip to Albert. That's Corey. That's Corey Haim's name. He doesn't look like an Albert to me, but and then you have Steve, which is Mario Lopez. He's not a Steve. What kind of names? I mean, you could have called Mario Lopez Albert. I mean, A.C. Slater, Albert Clifford. Come on. I mean, not that. And they're hanging out with another friend of theirs, Bobby, and 3 girls that are going with them. One of them was the one-time love interest, one-time girlfriend of Harley Kiner on Boy Meets World, and also one-time girlfriend of one Frankie Stechino. She was like in one episode. That's it. But so they're going to the lake, and then party like typical college students do, and there's this Native American fella, Clear Lake, Clear Waters, something like that, who was warning the sheriff that something evil is happening. And there's this legend of the cursed cabin or house on a lake, whatever. And I don't know, it loses me when, so it's like there's 2 different films going on here. One revolves around the kid from the beginning of the film, which, spoiler alert, is Corey Haim, and he's cursed because of what his dad passed on when he was a kid. But there's also another one where there's a spirit trying to contact one of the girls there, and she gets possessed by like a witch or something. And there's like 2 different side stories. There's a thing where Corey Haim is standing in the woods, and he feels something, and there's this wolf that attacks. And you don't see the wolf because budget constraints, I think. Attacks this girl and kills her. So you think, okay, so there's something with Corey Haim. And then there's something going on with this other girl, because she's afraid of spiders at the beginning of the film, and they only do that because they show another spider later, and she's fine with it. It's to show that something's changing inside of her. She's writing this story, and the more she writes this story, the more the evil takes over her. Like, it's like 2 different stories that converge together. And, like, it's really weird. Is Mario Lopez dead? Because it shows him being stabbed by this little kid, but Albert is upstairs with an axe in the room with the possessed girl. So how could he? And it shows the little kid version of him doing it. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. And he gets up there and he confronts her, and she turns into this old, wrinkled looking witch. It then starts to melt, and he starts chopping her, killing her, and then we get this real psycho ending, like Alfred Hitchcock psycho type ending, where you have the deputy in the bar talking to the waitress, and basically giving us exposition about how the kid. It's basically confirmed that that's the kid from before, and he's been in a mental asylum for the longest time, and he was let out because they said he was fixed, but he's not, and they're putting him back in. So I guess supposedly it was him that did it all, but then they did mention that there's 2 girls, but there was 3, and even the waitress says, no, there was 3, and he goes, no, there was 2. Poor things. Couldn't tell you what they did, you don't want to tell them, just like, so is this supposed to be ambiguous here? Like, they're saying, like, oh, there wasn't 3, there's only 2 girls, maybe one of them didn't exist. But everyone else interacted with her, and the waitress then says there was 3, so I don't... Only thing I can get from is that she's all melted and stuff, and they couldn't find her. They couldn't identify her or something, because she's all melted and chopped up. I don't know. It's very confusing. I don't know what happened to Bobby. I don't know what happened to Steve. I don't know what happened to the other 2 girls. This movie's so confusing. And at the end, there's still more after this too. We get to the sheriff trying to burn down the house. Clearwater says, can't burn the house. White men don't understand things. And then he tries to set it. Molotov cocktail the thing. He goes, puts the fire out. And then there's a bubble in the water. And Clearwater says, evil is gone for now. Evil will return. And then he tries to set the thing on fire again. It doesn't do anything. And then it ends. What happened in this movie? Can somebody tell me what happened? It's like they had 2 different ideas. One is Shining on a Lake. The other one is a crazy witch horror story they just put into one script. Because I want to know how the girl getting possessed up in the room typing on a computer connects with him being possessed by the low-budget Shining, and how they converge. She keeps saying, come to mommy, which, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense, because the mom wasn't the one that was possessed, it was the dad. So it should be, come to daddy. Well then, Hellraiser fans would probably say, hey, that's a rip-off, come to daddy. But I don't get it. What were they trying to do with this film? I just don't. I don't understand. I never understand. I watched it 5 times now, and I still have no idea what happens in this film. It is confusing. I don't know if I can even justify it with a grade. I'm not going to put it in the frying pan, because it doesn't deserve to go there. It's just confusing. I'll put it in the middle. I'll give it a 5, because some things are alright. The acting is decent, and the effects are pretty good, except for the melting thing. But I just don't know what to make of this film, to be honest. I really don't know. What are your thoughts on Fever Lake? Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen this? I looked up reviews for this on YouTube. I found 3. 3. This movie is not talked about. There's 3. One of them I've heard of because I'm subscribed to him, Hobbs Horror. But there's 2 others I've never heard before. I might subscribe to this other guy, Lonely Tree Entertainment. I might subscribe to it because they're a pretty good review. I don't know what to make of this movie. I really don't. So let me know what your thoughts are. Have you seen this? Do you know what's going on? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. We're going to roll on. I'm going to try to get one more out tonight, but I don't know. We'll see.